Aloha folks, welcome to Kimo's Own Old Grinds. Today we're going to be making Italian roasted potatoes. I actually have a couple of things going to be cooking today, but right now we're going to be doing the roasted potatoes because this is more the quick thing. I'm just going to be cutting a couple of, because again I have diabetics in my house. I use white potatoes. It's not as starchy as any other kind of potatoes, but you can use any potatoes that you choose to cook with.
How do you cut them?
I cut them actually long ways at one time, and then diagonally, depending on how big they are, at least thirds. You don't want them too small, so they look like this basically. So, you know, they're not too thin, and they're not too thick, because you want even cooking. Again, you know, careful. We don't want to lose fingers. And here we go with that. So this is what they'll look like after they're all cooked. I washed them, of course, but I left the skin on. You don't have to leave the skin on. If you like the skin off, do leave the skin off. Okay, then I use olive oil. Doesn't matter what kind. You can go from cheap to really expensive. Not too much. It's basically just coating them, because again, this is Italian roasted potatoes. And I just use some onion powder. About a half a teaspoon to 3/4 of a teaspoon for all of this. There is no measurements.
What is that?
This is garlic powder. This is parsley. Again, maybe a teaspoon of it. All of it is eye to eye. So, you know, just to do that. And again, about a teaspoon of this to a little bit more maybe of Italian seasoning. Basically, everything is in this when you come Italian seasoning. Again, it doesn't matter what you use. Okay. Again, I'm using my Hawaiian sea salt, the fresh ground, but you can use any kind of salt that you wish to use. Maybe half a teaspoon of that, because my wife, she doesn't like the really coarse pepper, so I just use regular fine ground pepper in this as well, and just put a little bit in. Again, maybe a teaspoon. If it depends on how many potatoes that you're using, is what you will use. You don't want nothing too strong.
How many potatoes you put in there?
I did about 6 small potatoes, and then basically I stir this up so everything is incorporated, as you can see. If you need to add a little bit more oil, you can. You can actually add some butter to it if you wish to, but I'm just going to do this one with olive oil and the herbs and the stuff. I sprayed some non-stick spray. Thank you. You know, it's good to have a director that helps me out. This is a glass oven safe bowl. I use this kind of bowl because then I can put a lid on it, so if I don't eat it all tonight, which, you know, most Hawaiians, we're going to eat all this tonight, so don't worry about it. And then you just put it in like this, and at the beginning of the process of cooking, I do a little tin foil. You don't have to do this part, just so it'll do that. And then the end of the cooking, maybe the last 20 minutes, I take off the foil to get a little bit of crunch. Now I also have another item in the oven, as you know, that's cooking, but 350, 375 for half hour or until fork tender. You basically will take it out in about a half hour, see how it is. If it's done, then you can finish that up. I just put it in the bottom of my oven like that, and we forget about it. I'll check on you a little bit later. Aloha. Aloha folks, welcome back. I'm actually, the Italian seasoning roasted potatoes that I've made earlier is finished about an hour, but you have to go by your oven because everybody's oven is different. And I only made enough just for this evening, but you can make more than what I have. It's only the potatoes I had. So, and basically what you will do is stir it up a little bit after it comes out of the oven, because you want to get everything, you know, onolicious. So this is what it will look like. And we're actually going to be serving it with a creamy spinach Parmesan chicken, but you don't have to. This is a great side dish, you know, for something different. Aloha folks, like this video and subscribe to my channel for notifications. Aloha.